Hey, my name is Dan. I live in Moscow, Russia, and I just want to tell you why I love being here. Even when it's the middle of winter, it's cold and dark. Isaiah wrote, "Darkness as black as night covers all the nations of the earth." Moscow definitely has had its share of darkness. The Tsars ruled with repression and fear. Lenin and Stalin replaced them, and they tried to remove God from Russia. They arrested and killed priests, they blew up churches, and they taught everyone that the state filled the place of God. For years and years, God was denied a place in Russia. When the Soviet Union fell, people tried all kinds of fixes. But they realized that the darkness wasn't getting any lighter. So now when you talk to a student, almost all of them will say, "I believe in some sort of God, but I don't really know who he is or how he would influence my life in any way." God has nothing to do with removing the darkness. In Moscow, there are over 1 million college students. Hardly any of them have ever heard a clear explanation of the gospel. The great thing, though, is that most of them are really open to talking about spiritual things. We started meeting every week at the Pedagogical University for an English club, so each week we hang out with about 30 students. We play games, we have fun, speak in English, we also talk about spiritual things. And our students have gotten so comfortable hearing the gospel and talking about spiritual things that they're asking us the questions now. The best thing about being in Moscow are the people. People are really warm and friendly once you get past the cold, harsh exterior. They really want to talk, they really want to be friends on a deep level. So my job is the greatest. I get to go onto campus and just hang out with a bunch of students and talk about interesting things. Sometimes I feel like we're in a sea of darkness in Moscow, and it doesn't feel like there's a lot of hope. But then I see students hearing the gospel and understanding it for the first time. I see non-believing students volunteering at a refugee center. I see our believing students sharing the gospel with their friends and their family. I see summer projectors and stinters coming over and sharing their lives with Russian students and developing lasting friendships. And I can imagine little pinpricks of light breaking through that darkness. So Isaiah did write, "Darkness as black as night covers all the nations of the earth." But then he said, "But the glory of the Lord rises and shall appear over you." I'm here because I like seeing darkness break. I like hope. I like seeing lives transformed by the gospel. I like seeing hard hearts get softened. I like seeing the sun rise in a dark place. So if you like those things, if you can identify with that, why don't you consider coming for a summer or for a year and experience life in Moscow, meet our students, meet these people, and invest your life just a little bit here and see if this isn't the kind of thing you'd want to be part of.